Hi everyone, welcome to Monday's workouts. This is Monday the 15th of February, starting the week off with a nice little single arm complex with either your dumbbell or kettlebell and some burpees thrown in the mix for good measure, just so it's not relentless weight after weight after weight. So enjoy those burpees as a nice break from shifting your dumbbell or kettlebell around. Okay, we've got a 15-minute AMRAP. Okay, so we've got a complex that you can do all on one arm, so put right arm first. So with just single dumbbell or kettlebell, all in one arm, you can do 5 power cleans, okay, into 5 shoulder to overhead, and then into 5 single arm overhead lunges. Okay, so that'll be the complex. Once you've done that, you put your weight down, go into 5 burpees, and then you can do the same complex, 5 power clean, 5 shoulder to overhead, 5 single arm overhead lunges on the other arm, and then another 5 burpees, okay? And that'll be one full round, okay? So you're gonna work through that for 15 minutes, okay? So no real let up in there, like all pretty big movements, like you're gonna have to work hard to maintain good position while moving that weight, especially with the offset weight in one hand. Keep everything nice and solid, and then obviously the burpees, heart raiser, a lot of stuff going on in there just to keep your breathing, your heart rate up, and try and get you moving quickly through those if you can. Okay, I think potentially looking at if you can do a round in 2 minutes. I think certainly to begin with that might be feasible. Later on you might be slowing down through there, but if you can maintain that, what's that, 7.5, so I think a little bit quicker, 8 rounds. Be looking at like a good number. Imagine there'll be some people pushing out for maybe 9, 10 even on this, potentially, if you can keep that sort of pace going. But yeah, 8 rounds will act as like a real good marker to aim for a lot of people in there. Okay, as far as your warm-up goes, so got a little warm-up for you in here that you can move through, fairly straightforward. So 2 rounds of this first part, so just all unweighted this. Just going to work for 10 lunges, okay, so just standard lunges, and then 10, so from a straight arm plank position, going to go 10 knee to opposite elbow, okay, then if we go 10 single leg Romanian deadlifts, okay, so that's 5 on one leg, 5 on the other, and then a set of 5 to 10 press-ups, just a comfortable set of press-ups or knee press-ups. Okay, that'll work nicely, and then do a second round of that. Okay, so just focus on really quality movement, good balance on especially things like your single leg variations, good range of movement on those like knees to elbows. So just nice solid set through those. And then if you get onto your weight, and we're just going to get into the complex there, so you should be able to ideally move through like one complex unbroken, certainly to begin with. If you can't, maybe recommend just bringing the reps down to like 3 or 4 potentially. Okay, don't have to keep them unbroken for the whole workout, but certainly should be able to begin with. So if your weight's a bit heavy, by all means, you could bring them reps down a touch. Keep the burpees the same though, okay? So get a complex in on one arm, have a little rest, get the complex in on the other arm, hit 5 burpees, just a nice steady pace to finish, and that should prep you and get you ready to go. Okay, so as far as the movements themselves go, so I'll demo them with a kettlebell and with a dumbbell, so a few sort of little intricacies for depending on what object, what sort of resistance you're moving, okay, and just how to safely, strongly, and efficiently move through that complex. Okay, so if you're working with a kettlebell, okay, so what I'd recommend for the complex there, I would just work from like a hang, to use that sort of swinging motion, okay, through the legs, so swinging the weight between the legs, and then our clean. Try and just come up and receive the weight in this rack position with the weight in front of the shoulder, so try and avoid coming out here or up here. Okay, so side on, we've got that hinge, swing and catch. Okay, or front on, and coming in here, and see that kettlebell swings through the legs, and then we receive it in front of the body, so it's not pulling our arm and shoulder backwards, okay? So I want to get a nice rhythm through those. So it'll be 5 of your power cleans, then we're going overhead, so a push press or a push jerk, make sure we're finishing like legs locked out, arm locked out, good posture. for 5 reps, and then once you've done 5, going to hold that nice solid overhead position and alternate the legs on the lunges. Just keep that weight nice and solid. Okay, so 5 alternating lunges, and that'll finish your complex. Weight down, and then into your 5 burpees from there. Okay, which might feel a bit wonky, so you've done a load of work on one arm. Coming up out the press ups, you might feel one arm strong, the other's really fatigued. Okay, but we're going to even things out, because obviously your next round, or same round, next part, just going to switch to the opposite arm. So movements stay the same, just switching on to the opposite arm, doing that same complex. Okay, so just with that work, just really emphasise with the kettlebell, anytime we're doing the cleans, think of that hinge movement to generate power rather than this squatting movement. Okay, and anytime we're in this rack position, okay, so receiving the cleans or resetting between our shoulder to overhead, we're always coming back into here, so handle pretty central to the body, weight in front of your shoulder rather than out to the side. Okay, that's a great habit to get into, to get you nice and solid, keep your shoulders in good healthy positions as well. Okay, if you're using the dumbbell, okay, so very similar. Okay, for the cleans, going to go from the floor. So I would go a similar stance to what you do with the kettlebell, but we're going to touch the weight down to the ground and clean up. Okay, so we're still going between the feet, still generating some power from the legs and the hips, and then coming up. And it could be a muscle clean. Certainly if the weight's heavy, you might want to power clean, get under it and stand. Okay, so you've got your 5 reps, and then for your shoulder to overhead, really similar, push, press or jerk, keeping that weight over the top of the shoulder. Try and avoid going out to the side or pressing outwards. Okay, or having the weight out in front of the body. Keep it over the shoulder. Okay, once you've done 5, just the same quality lunges from there to finish. And then again you're into your burpees. Okay, so you've got the complex, 5, 5, 5, then your 5 burpees, and then the complex with the other arm, 5, 5, 5, and another 5 burpees for 1 round. 15 minutes, okay? Enjoy.